My girlfriend said, "We should take a break so I can focus on me." 2 weeks later, I got a video of her with another guy, so I packed my things, left the apartment, and went completely silent. The next morning, she called me crying, begging me to come back. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. This all went down a few months ago, and I've been lurking on subs like this for a while, reading other people's stories to make sense of my own. Figured it was time to share mine, if only to get it off my chest and maybe help someone else going through the same crap. The title pretty much sums it up, but here's the full breakdown. Buckle up. It's a roller coaster of betrayal, silence, and some well-deserved karma. I met Emily back in college about 4 years ago. We were both juniors, thrown together in a group project for a marketing class. She was the outgoing type, always laughing, always the center of attention, with this infectious energy that pulled me in. Me? I'm more the steady guy. I work in software development now, nothing flashy, but it's stable and pays the bills. I grew up in a family where loyalty meant everything, so when we started dating, I was all in. No games, no half measures. From the jump, I showed up for her in ways I thought mattered. Early on, she had this rough patch with her family. Her dad got sick, and she was juggling school with helping out at home. I remember driving 3 hours every weekend to her parents' place, just to be there. I'd cook meals, run errands, even helped her mom with the paperwork for insurance stuff. Emily would say things like, "You're my rock, Alex. I don't know what I'd do without you." And I'd just smile, because that's what you do when you love someone, right? You support them. Flash forward a couple years, and we moved in together after graduation. It was this cozy apartment in the city, nothing fancy, but it felt like ours. I handled most of the rent at first while she figured out her career in graphic design. She had big dreams, talking about freelancing and building her portfolio. I encouraged that, even turned down a better job offer out of state because she wasn't ready to relocate. "We'll make it work here," I'd tell her, "as long as we're together." In hindsight, maybe I was too accommodating. I sacrificed a lot, nights out with friends, extra hours at work to cover our expenses, because I believed in us. She seemed appreciative, at least at first. We'd have these quiet evenings where she'd curl up next to me on the couch, sketching while I coded, and it felt solid. But things started shifting about 6 months ago. Emily got more distant. She'd spend hours on her phone, scrolling through social media or texting friends I didn't know much about. Our conversations turned superficial, less about our future, more about her frustrations with work. I try to talk it out, like, "Hey, if something's bothering you, let's figure it out together." But she'd brush it off with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "I'm fine, Alex. Just stressed." Then came the night that kicked everything off. It was a Thursday, I think, ordinary evening. I'd made dinner, her favorite pasta dish, hoping to reconnect. We were sitting at the table, and out of nowhere, she sets down her fork and says, "We need to talk." My stomach dropped. Those words never lead anywhere good. I nodded, keeping my cool. "Okay, what's up?" She leaned back, crossing her arms like she was rehearsing this. "Look, Alex, I love you. You're amazing. But I've been thinking. I need some space. We should take a break so I can focus on me." I blinked, processing. "A break? What does that mean exactly?" She sighed, like I was making it harder than it needed to be. "It means I need time to figure out my own stuff, my career, my goals. We've been together since college, and I feel like I've lost a bit of myself. You're always there, which is great, but it's suffocating sometimes. I need to breathe, explore who I am without us being so intertwined." Her words hit like a gut punch. Suffocating? I'd bent over backward to give her space when she needed it. But I stayed calm, no yelling or pleading. "So what are you saying? We're pausing everything? Dating other people?" She shrugged, avoiding my eyes. "Not necessarily dating, but yeah, space means space. No expectations. I still care about you, but I have to prioritize myself right now. It's not about you, it's about me growing." There it was, that smug undertone, like she was enlightened and I was the clueless one holding her back. Her logic was twisted. We'd built this life together, but now it was all about her journey. I could have argued, pointed out how I'd put her first so many times, but what was the point? If she wanted out, begging wouldn't change that. So I just said, "All right, if that's what you need. She looked surprised, like she expected more resistance. Really? You're okay with this? I'm not thrilled, I admitted. But if you need space, take it. I'll crash on the couch tonight, give you the room. No, stay in the bed. I'll take the couch. She smiled faintly, like we were being mature about it. But there was this dismissive edge, like she'd already checked out. That night, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Confusion swirled in my head. Had I missed signs? Was I really suffocating her? I replayed our relationship. The time I skipped a work trip to be at her art show, even though it meant passing up a bonus. Or when her car broke down, and I loaned her mine for weeks while I took the bus. I'd given so much, and now I felt like a backup plan she could pause at will. It hurt, but I respected her request. No calls, no texts. I moved to a buddy's place the next day, telling her I'd grab the rest of my stuff later. She nodded, almost relieved. Thanks for understanding, Alex. This'll be good for both of us. Little did I know how quickly good would turn to garbage. The 2 weeks that followed were a weird limbo. I threw myself into work, hitting the gym more, trying to fill the void. Mornings I'd wake up on my friend's lumpy couch, checking my phone out of habit, no messages from her. Part of me hoped she'd reach out, say she missed me, but nada. Radio silence. It stung, that unfairness of it all. Here I was, loyal to a fault, giving her the space she demanded, while wondering if our years together meant nothing. Friends told me to move on, but I wasn't ready. I still believed in us, stupidly maybe. Flashback to a month before the break. Emily had been down about a freelance gig falling through. I surprised her with tickets to a design conference she'd been eyeing, dropped a chunk of savings on it. Alex, you're the best, she'd said, hugging me tight. No one gets me like you do. Now, in the silence, that memory twisted the knife. Had it all been one-sided? About 10 days in, I started hearing whispers from mutual friends. Emily's been out a lot, one said vaguely. I didn't pry, didn't want to seem desperate. But then, on day 14, my phone buzzed with a message from an acquaintance, Sarah, who we both knew from college. Hey Alex, not sure if you want to see this, but thought you should know. Attached was a video. I hesitated, heart pounding, then hit play. It was from a party the night before, loud music, dim lights. There was Emily, laughing, draped over some guy I vaguely recognized as Jake, a co-worker she'd mentioned in passing. He was the fun type, tattoos, always posting about bar hops on social media. In the clip, she was kissing him, his hands all over her, both clearly wasted. Someone in the background cheered, "Get it, Em," and she pulled back just long enough to say, slurring a bit, "This is what freedom feels like," before diving back in. The video was short, maybe 20 seconds, but it looped in my mind. Betrayal hit like a freight train, physical cheating, sure, but the emotional gut punch was her smug joy in it. "Focus on me," she'd said. Yeah, right. This was her focusing? On some dude 2 weeks after putting us on pause? I felt discarded, like I'd been a placeholder until something exciting came along. The confusion boiled. Why the lies? Why not just end it clean? But I didn't call her. Didn't text. No confrontation, no outburst. What good would that do? She'd made her choice. Instead, I sat with it for a few hours, letting the anger simmer down to resolve. Then I drove back to the apartment that evening while she was still out. Packed my essentials, clothes, laptop, a few books, into boxes. Left the key on the counter with a short note. "Apartment's yours. Utilities are in my name. I'll transfer them out. Take care." No drama, no accusations. Just detachment. By midnight, I was back at my friend's, phone on silent. I blocked her temporarily, not out of spite, but to protect my peace. That night, I didn't sleep much. Stared at the wall, processing the unfairness. Why me? I'd been committed, undeservedly mistreated like this. But in the quiet, something shifted. The silence wasn't weakness, it was dignity. I started journaling a bit, listing what I wanted for myself. A promotion I'd been eyeing, travel I'd put off, rebuilding my social life. For the first time, the confusion cleared a path to clarity. This wasn't the end, it was a reset. The next morning, my phone lit up. Unblocked now, because why not let karma play out? It was Emily, calling repeatedly. I let it go to voicemail the first time, then picked up on the second, staying composed. "Alex? Oh God, where are you? I came home and your stuff's gone." The note, "What the hell?" Her voice was shaky, laced with tears. I kept my tone even. I saw the video, Emily. From the party. Silence, then a sob. What video? Wait, Sarah sent that? It's not what it looks like. Jake and I. It was just a stupid mistake. I was drunk, missing you, and things got out of hand. The break confused me. I thought we were on pause, not broken up. You weren't supposed to see that. Her excuses poured out, twisted logic at its finest. I needed space, but that doesn't mean I stopped loving you. Jake means nothing. He's just a friend from work. We kissed. Yeah, but it wasn't cheating because we're on a break. Like in Friends, remember? Ross and Rachel. I almost laughed at the hypocrisy. A break you suggested to focus on you. Looks like you focused elsewhere. She sniffled, voice cracking. Please, Alex. Come back. We can talk this out. I messed up, but you're overreacting. Give me a chance to explain in person. No need, I said calmly. You've got your space now. Permanently. Then I hung up. No begging, no more words. The power in that silence felt right. But that was just the beginning of her unraveling. Emily's call that morning wasn't the end of it. It was the starting gun for her downward spiral. I'd gone silent after our brief talk. No texts, no callbacks. I unblocked her number, figuring if she wanted to dig her own grave, I'd let her. My focus shifted to rebuilding. I moved into a small studio apartment across town, nothing fancy, but it was mine. Started hitting the gym harder, signed up for a coding boot camp to boost my career. Nights were tough. Her laughter from that video haunted me, the smugness of her freedom line cutting deep. I journaled to process it, writing things like, why'd I give so much to someone who'd throw it away? But each day, the confusion faded a bit, replaced by this quiet resolve. I wasn't her backup plan anymore. About a week after I left, the rumors started trickling in. Mutual friends, guys like Tom and Sarah from college, reached out with bits and pieces. Apparently, Emily's mistake with Jake wasn't a one-off. She'd been hanging around him constantly during our break, acting like they were the hot new couple. But Jake, true to his type, wasn't the commitment guy she'd imagined. Sarah told me he'd blown up at Emily at a bar one night, yelling about her clinginess in front of everyone. She'd stormed out, humiliated. I didn't ask for details, didn't need to. The picture was forming. Her focus on me, adventure was crashing fast. Her texts started coming in around then, a slow drip at first. Alex, can we talk? I'm so sorry. Then longer ones. I didn't mean for things to get so messed up. Jake was a mistake. I was just lost without you. I didn't respond. What was there to say? She'd chosen her path, and I wasn't her fallback. By week 2, her tone shifted, more desperate. Why are you ignoring me? I know you saw my messages. This isn't fair. You can't just erase me. I stayed silent, letting her stew. The unfairness of it, her accusing me of being unfair after that video, almost made me laugh. Then her sister, Lauren, got involved. I got a call one evening, her voice dripping with condescension. Alex, you're being ridiculous, she started. No hello. Emily's a mess because you ghosted her. That video wasn't her fault. She was drunk, and Jake took advantage. You're throwing away years over one mistake. Be a man and talk to her. I kept my tone flat. Lauren, Emily made her choices. I'm not her therapist. She wanted space. I gave it to her. Permanently. She scoffed. You're heartless. She's crying her eyes out, and you don't even care? What kind of guy does that? The kind who respects himself, I said, and hung up. Her entitlement, that toxic edge, was so like Emily's it made my skin crawl. I blocked Lauren's number after that. No need for her noise. Meanwhile, Emily's life was unraveling. Tom filled me in. Jake had ghosted her completely, moving on to some new girl at their workplace. Emily, in a fit of drama, quit her graphic design job, thinking it'd show him. Instead, she burned bridges with her boss, who'd been mentoring her. Mutual friends started pulling away. Sarah told me the video had spread quietly among our circle, and people were done with her excuses. She'd post cryptic stuff online, like, some people don't know what they had until it's gone, but it just came off pathetic. I didn't engage, didn't check her profiles. I was too busy, landed a side project at work that came with a raise. Started hiking on weekends, rediscovering parts of myself I'd shelved for her. By week 4, Emily's attempts hit a new low. She showed up at my old gym, where I still went sometimes. I was mid-workout when she cornered me by the lockers, eyes red, voice shaky, but with this angry edge. "Alex, you can't keep doing this," she said, loud enough for a few heads to turn. "I messed up, okay? I was stupid, but you're acting like I'm some villain. I deserve a chance to fix this." I kept my voice low, calm. "Emily, you don't get to decide what I owe you. You wanted freedom, you got it. Why are you here?" Her face twisted, half tears, half fury. "Because I love you. Jake was nothing. He used me, made me think he cared, and now I'm alone. You're supposed to be the good guy, Alex. Don't you care at all?" "Not anymore," I said, meeting her eyes. "You made that choice for both of us." I walked away, heart pounding but head clear. Her shouting my name as I left echoed, but I didn't look back. That was the moment I knew. She was unraveling, and I was already halfway to free. Fast forward a couple months. I was in a good place. New apartment, new side hustle. Even started casually dating someone I met through work, Mia. Nothing serious yet, but she was kind, grounded, the opposite of Emily's chaos. I'd been invited to Tom's birthday party, a low-key thing at his place with our old college crew. I almost didn't go, didn't want the drama, but Sarah convinced me. "Emily might show up," she warned, "but you're stronger than that. Don't let her keep you from your friends." I showed up, feeling good. New shirt, fresh haircut, carrying myself differently, like I'd shed a weight. The party was chill. Music, beers, people laughing on the patio. Mia was there, not as my date, but just hanging out, and we were joking about some work project when Emily walked in. She looked rough, hair messy, eyes tired, like she hadn't slept well in weeks. Her smile faltered when she saw me, then hardened into this forced confidence. She made a beeline over, ignoring Mia. "Alex, hey, didn't expect to see you here." Her voice was too bright, like she was trying to play it cool. I nodded, keeping it neutral. "Good to see you, Emily. Enjoy the party." I turned back to Mia, but Emily grabbed my arm. "Can we talk? Alone?" Her eyes darted to Mia, then back to me, pleading but with that same entitled edge. I stepped back, out of her grip. "Not much to say. I'm good here." Her face flushed, and she lowered her voice, but it carried. "Please, Alex. I've been trying to reach you for weeks. I know I screwed up, but I've changed. I got a new job. I'm done with Jake, with all that party stuff. I miss us. Don't you remember what we had?" I could feel eyes on us. Tom, Sarah, others pretending not to listen. Mia stepped away politely, giving me space. I looked at Emily, saw the desperation, the hypocrisy of acting like she'd fixed herself after torching everything. "What we had," I said evenly, "was me giving everything and you throwing it away for a 2-week fling. You don't get to rewrite that now." Her eyes welled up, but her voice turned sharp. "So that's it? You're just done? I'm trying to make things right, and you're acting like some cold jerk who never cared. I thought you were better than this, Alex." That was her true colors slipping out, anger when she didn't get her way. I didn't flinch. "You thought wrong. You wanted space, Emily. I gave it to you. Now I've got my own life, and you're not in it. That's not me being cold. That's me moving on." She opened her mouth, but Sarah cut in, her tone icy. "Emily, maybe let it go? You've done enough." That stung her. Mutual friends had clearly shifted sides after the truth spread. Emily glared at me, then at Sarah, and stormed out, muttering something about wasting her time. I didn't follow. Didn't need to. The party went on, and I laughed with Mia and Tom like nothing happened. But a week later, Emily tried one last time. A long text, sent at 2 a.m. "Alex, I can't stop thinking about you. I see you're doing well, and it kills me because I know I lost something real. I'm in therapy now, trying to be better. Can we just meet for coffee? I need closure." I waited a day, then replied with the final nail. "Emily, I wish you well, but there's no closure to give. That chapter's closed. I've built a life that doesn't include you, and it's better for it. Take care of yourself." Sent, then blocked her for good. No sympathy, no apologies, just facts. She was irrelevant now, a lesson learned, not a regret. Looking back, that video was the wake-up call I needed. It hurt like hell, sitting with the betrayal, the confusion, the silence. But it pushed me to rebuild stronger. I'm up for a promotion now, planning a solo trip next month, and yeah, things with Mia are looking promising. Emily's out there somewhere, probably still picking up the pieces of her freedom. I don't think about her much anymore, just enough to appreciate how far I've come. If you're reading this and stuck in a similar spot, trust me, sometimes silence is your loudest move. Walk away, build your own path, and let karma do the rest. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.